going on, Daniel? What's going on, dude? Who's the lurker shooting up all the hearts? Uh-oh, that's a ton of hearts. Who could it be? Who could it be? I must have a Valentine. Secret admirer. Must have a secret admirer. Holy smokes, look at all these hearts. Holy, look at the hearts go. Is that you, Daniel? It bestn't be. It bestn't be. This one's looking sweet, eh? Don't mind the glass. It's dirty as hell. Damn. Thing's looking killer. Look at all the crap stuck to the glass. Ugh. See those spots? It's from the black background. Makes them try and camouflage, and they get these stupid little spots. You got to put them with a blue background or a white background. A lot of the different colors will get these spots. It's like a camouflage. It's not the greatest camouflage, but it is theirs. It'll be a cool looking fish. It's gonna be a cool looking fish. What's this guy doing? Okay, who's with the hearts? Who's got all these hearts going? Daniel, better not be you. Reveal yourself. Reveal yourselves, lurkers. Well, go away. You're not doing it? Only 2 people watching. Oh, now I know who it is. Oh, now I know who it is. Hope you're well today. Hope you're enjoying your beautiful day. What's up, Hammer? Oh, damn. I already cleaned the glass today. I cleaned this tank right up. Cleaned the whole bottom. These wood eaters, look at them. Look at all the mess they make. That's some shrimp, but other than that, look at all this wood. Look at all that. I just cleaned this perfectly spick and span. It's these guys, the L190s. They're just mashing on the wood. Planaculus. Can you imagine when they're the size of a football or bigger? Size of 2 footballs? The amount of wood they'd eat in a day? Crazy. He's trying to hide from me. Better looking at his reflection. Pretty cool. Do they know me? The discus do. The other ones, they don't care to know me. The plecos, they don't want to know anybody. They're like hermits. Uh-oh. 0 people watching. Heart's going up. Must have lost reception or something. How's that possible? 0 people watching. Hearts flying up like crazy. You're watching? Are you a subscriber? You're always watching? Ooh, like CTV? CCTV? You can see everything. Oh my god. Scary. Freaking scared now. You're obviously not a subscriber. Must not be a subscriber. Who's sending all these emojis up? Come on, you can make your fingers go faster than that. Oh, faster, 100%. Faster, faster. Oh. Who could it be? Must be Troy. Must be my secret admirer, Troy. What are you doing tonight? Why aren't you live? What's up, Darius? Not too much. Just was fishing, didn't catch anything, just a rock bass and like some weird piece of flesh out of the water, and that's about it. Like a turtle, like a turtle's throat and intestines or something weird, like floated up. I thought it was something much worse, but it's some weird part of some creature. But yeah, only a rock bass, just a bunch of snags. Lost my last worm and hook. That's all I caught. Beautiful sunset. Did you go live today? I didn't see any, so I'm guessing not. Facial hair looks good. It's a little bit coming back. I don't know about, doesn't matter to me what it looks like, but people say it looks good with, and people say it doesn't look good with it. So I don't know. If I was a people pleaser, I'd be really confused as what to do. But generally I have some facial hair, unless I screw it up or cut myself, which I did both, so. Oh, good. That's good. Guess it's Sunday, that's what you should be doing. Scrapping. Instead of scrapping. Scrap's hard to come by around here nowadays. Anybody sees anything, they stop and grab it now. Everyone's so friggin' hungry. I drove by a guy's house yesterday, and he had, I don't know, must be 80 home air conditioners, like the big ones, all lined up. I was like, I should stop in there, and like, he's probably gonna take them all apart, obviously, that's why he's collecting them, but it's like, I'd like to stop in there and offer them like $40 each, and then like, I don't know, make $100 each off them or something, but I highly doubt he'd sell them to me anyways, so I didn't bother stopping, but probably should have stopped and left an offer on them anyways. But I was thinking, damn, that guy's got a boatload sitting there. I don't know, I'd figure at least $7,000 or more. Yeah. It'd be like, if you stack them 3 high, you'd probably be like, I don't know, 4 or 5 car trailer loads to get them home. Maybe like rent a big U-Haul and fill it 2 or 3 times. Still, yeah, it's a ton. And it might be 10 or 13,000, I don't know, sitting there. It's probably works for the company and installs new ones and then takes the old ones away, you know. But yeah, copper's, you know, $8 and 20 something cents here now, so it's like, holy smokes. But I guess it's probably getting scarce too, so. Yeah, per pound, $8.20 a pound, $8.25 or $8.40 a pound. That's higher than when China was buying it a few years back, 10 years back. It was like $4 a pound when they were building all their ships. So that's crazy. It's gonna be like, before long it'll be $10 or $12 a pound. Crazy. Yeah. I don't know. Call around to some different places down there and see if they pay a little differently. You never know. Sometimes some scrap yards you get used to, they end up not paying as good as some other ones. So. But I see all these crooks that work for like Hydro and all that. And they're coming in with full pickup truck loads. And it's like, obviously when they're installing stuff, they're like making sure there's lots of extra cutoffs. And then, they're allowed to have it. So every week the cutoffs, when they install something, every week the cutoffs get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until, it's no longer like a couple buckets, it's like a couple truckloads. And they're cashing in freaking huge, man. It's crazy. I see them and I'm like, you guys are fucking crooks, man. And it's the taxpayers and everyone else, and even if it's a private company, it's like, well, that's why everything's so damn expensive too. It's these fucking hockey guys, pardon my language, but they're the good guys, right, of society, but they're really like a bunch of thieving bastards, just like all the criminals. So it's like, I don't know. I think they're a bunch of douchebags. Yeah, it's good to sit on it. Sit on it forever if you could. It's just going to go up and up and up and up. It's never going to end when it comes to copper. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like that stupid air conditioner that I had here in the wall. Like, it's just it's a big size port. Like, I don't know what they call it, a window air conditioner or whatever, right? But like $68 or more for one. I'm like, damn. It's freaking crazy, man. Like, I used to get like $20 for one of those. So everything's like worth 3 times the amount, 4 times the amount. If I was really disciplined, I'd like to buy copper and just save it. But it's really hard to save it. There's always like, oh, well, I could bring that in and get this. It's easy to do. So. I don't know. I should probably go try and find some cars to buy. Damn, your fingers getting tired yet? What's with the damn lurkers? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I'll just quit talking. Seven, six, seven lurkers. Not a damn word out of yous. Damn, Nicki Minaj is a 666 worshiper, man. Sorry, I'm just seeing some shit flashing up on my screen here. Well, I heard a cool song by her today, and I saved it for a short, but it's like, there's a lot of F-bombs in it, though. But I think it's a pretty cool song. Yeah. Probably Sam. Could be Oxa. You never know. I know one of the lurkers, but I don't know the rest. It's a mystery. Damn, the fingers must be getting tired on that heart. This is how I smash the heart button. I go, bam, 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 bam. Or you can do burst. Bop, 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 bop. Do a 3-round burst of hearts. Bump, bump, bump. Bump, bump, bump. Bump, bump, bump. Save on your ammunition and your finger from the carpal tunnel. Just do 3-round bursts. There you go. I can see that. You're voiceless. Alright, well, I'm going to do some work. And the last few lurkers can lurk. Rage on. I feel like listening to some Rob Zombie. I don't know why. Don't know why. This super white in this tank down here, he's still on eggs today, so that's 24 hours. How much you want to make a bet that I wait until tomorrow and that bastard's in another cave and those eggs are gone? We'll see, but I'm going to try and have a little faith in them and leave them. But I bet you he's going to screw me over. Any money, he's going to screw me over and eat those eggs. Oh, I think if they're there tomorrow, I'm gonna pull them. I don't know what to do. I have a hard time trusting this one. I'm gonna put some slate over another one, and hopefully that'll get them breeding, because it's not breeding right now. Sometimes if there's no cover over top of the cave, they don't want to breed. Good evening, Shannon. Nice night here at the lake. Now it's raining. Uh-oh, Sir Davy Kirk. Of the Starship Enterprise, what's going on? Just doing some lurking. Weather outside is weather. Yeah, watering the fish. Yeah, like if anything goes wrong, this camera's going right in the drink. A sump? Nope. Nope, they're all individual except for there's two tanks that are divided over here that are on a sump. So 4 in total on this end that are on a sump, but the rest are not on a sump. But there's 4 60 gallons that are going on a sump together on a rack over on the other side of the room here I'm just building. But no, generally I keep everything on its own tank, and then no bacteria or anything can spread to the next tank, and they're all species owned tanks, so there's only one tank that has mixed species. The rest are all species only tanks. Recommendation for a saltwater tank? That's a broad question, but I would recommend a sump if you got money. If you got money to get into a reef tank, yeah, or just start out with a small tank and, do it yourself. For a saltwater tank, I don't know. You can go, I would say, smallest 40 gallons. Yeah, that's your smallest, with some clownfish for a first tank. And learn to mix salt water and all that, and do it by hand. And then turn your 40-gallon breeder into a sump and get, I don't know, like a 125-gallon or something. And then add like infusers so that it like automatically injects stuff into your tank. I know it's a lot of money getting into salt, but what's going on, Barrett? Nice to see you. Have you ever had a fish tank? Like you've had a fish tank before, Joe? You love me so much? Why, thank you. Or are you going like from no experience right into saltwater? Sweet ass reef tank. Then get a 180-gallon. Get a 180-gallon or a 200-gallon. Fork. Most people don't understand the value of the fork. Not many want to worship the fork. Start your tank. You gotta start the tank up and you gotta let it run a while, and you gotta have some like other small fish in it that are like kicking off the cycle. So you want to get a sponge filter with some bacteria that's already on it from someone else's tank, and then you want to put it in your new tank and let it run like a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then throw in a couple small fish, feed them, get some test strips, make sure there's, so first, I don't know if we're gonna teach you about something. Maybe we'll just teach you about something. With this here. So here's your test strips. When you first put water in a fish tank, if you're in the city, the first thing you're gonna do is use the dechlorinator. Okay? So you're gonna get rid of that chlorine. So you're gonna wanna use Prime. It's real easy. So you're gonna prime it if you're on well water, or you know, you don't have to if you're on well water, but it doesn't hurt to add a little bit of Prime. It'll knock down any heavy metals. So if you're on chloramine, like a town water, you're gonna have chloramine or chlorine, okay? This is gonna kill it. It's gonna get rid of it. So then you got water that's dechlorinated water. There's nothing ever been in the tank, so there's nothing that poops. So all you got's water. There's no bacteria. There's nothing. So you can buy bacteria from PetSmart or whatever and dump it in your tank. It's not the greatest stuff, but it's better than nothing. But the best thing to do is just buy a sponge filter that you hook an airline to, and you get someone to either squeeze their sponge filter out into a bag. So they'll like squeeze out a bunch of dirty water out of their filter. If it's a healthy tank and their fish have no diseases or anything. You dump that water right into your new water, and the bottom of your tank's gonna be dirty. And then you're gonna run your new sponge filter. This is if you're not getting a used sponge filter off someone that's already got live bacteria on it. So you're gonna dump that bacteria in the tank, have your sponge filter hooked to an airline. It's gonna bubble away. It's gonna filter the water a little bit, and there's gonna be like brown sediment on the bottom of the tank. That's gonna kick off a bacterial cycle. And what'll happen the first week is you're gonna get a reading down here on the second level, and it's gonna be nitrite, and it's gonna show up. There's gonna be nothing. It's gonna be clean water. You're gonna get no nitrates, no nitrite. You're gonna have no chlorine, and we're not gonna worry about pH or alkalinity. Don't even worry about it until you, don't even worry about it. I mean, this is a different subject. But to get your cycle going, you're gonna put that bacteria in. It may instantly go straight to nitrate. Nitrate with an I, or with an A, okay? Nitrate. You're seeing it backwards. And it's probably gonna be, like when it's proper, it's gonna be at like 20 or 40. These two numbers. That's if the bacteria kicks off a cycle right away. But generally, when you start a new tank, it's going to go through a stage. If you were just to put new water in a new tank and add a couple fish, if you feed real small and you do water changes like 20-30% every day, you could get away with it. And it might jump right into a regular cycle where you're only reading this. But generally, the first week or two, there's going to be a spike. And you're going to get nitrite, so it's spelt with an I and not an A. Like the one on the top has an A in it. This one's nitrite. It's poison. You don't want it. Once the tank's so-called cycled, you're not going to see this one anymore. It should be down to 0. But you're going to see the top one rise up, the nitrate. It's very confusing if you don't know anything. But you're going to see it kick off. You'll see it go, you'll see this appear. Don't put fish in it when it's like that. Your fish will die. But the minute there's no nitrite with an I and there's nitrate, the cycle's begun. So you're going to add a couple small fish, which are going to shit. And they're going to pee. But the nitrate here is going to eat that ammonia up. And it's going to convert it. The bacteria is going to break it down. That's what it's doing. That's why you're seeing this and not this. Your ammonia is going to create nitrite. And that's bad stuff. And if you have nitrate, you're likely going to have pneumonia. Or ammonia, whatever. So that stuff kills fish. But your cycle begins, and then you start to put a load on it. So your fish are going to poop. It's going to handle it. But this will rise. Once it's handling the poop, the more fish you put in, the more you feed it, this is going to rise. You want to keep it in the safe zone. And the way you do that is by doing fresh water changes. And so you're going to try every time you see this rising, you're going to want to make sure that you've done a water change to bring it back down. You want to keep it, like getting it to 20 is really hard. Discus and stuff like that, and plecos. But they do just fine at 40 parts per million. The second one. So if you can keep your tank clean, do a water change, and keep it at about 40 parts per million of the nitrate, at that point you could take out those fish, your tank's cycled, and you could add in a fish that creates a heavier load, and you just keep an eye on this. And so then you could take a fish from the lake and put it in your water. You'd want to bring some lake water, and then you'd want to acclimate it by putting it in a bucket and washing out the lake water with your tank water. And it will adjust to your water. And once you've washed out pretty much, 80% of the lake water out of the bucket by adding in tank water, you put it in your tank. And you just be real careful not to overfeed at first. And the fish is wild, so it's not going to want to eat. So you're going to have to find a food that fish wants to eat. So like minnows, crayfish, it's going to want live food. That's the problem. So getting it to eat is going to be the hardest part. And getting it so it's not stressed out and smashing off the tank. No, I don't have kids. What controls algae? Well, the algae's only going to come when you need water, you need light, and you need this stuff. So you need poop, you need nutrients. So in order to control algae, if you're overfeeding, because there's nutrient in the feed, that's what creates the algae, is the algae, like the food and the poo. So the best way to control algae is to do water changes and keep your water clean. And not run your light all day long. 6 hours max. Like in 6 hours you'll see, like if you put the light at the back of the tank, you'll get algae on the back glass. If you put the light forward, you're going to get algae on the front glass. Don't do that. Put the light to the back. But only a little bit of light, because algae can't live without light. And it can't live without a lot of poop and nutrients. So wash the poop and nutrients out that your bacteria can't eat up by doing water changes. So keep your water clean and keep your light to a minimum and don't overfeed. And then you don't have to worry about algae. Because you can buy an algae eater, like a common pleco. He might eat a bit of algae, but he's going to crap just as much. And that crap and that light is going to turn to algae. So just knock it off with the light. Don't light your tank so much. And do more water changes. And forget about algae eaters, because it's like a fable. Because they poop. And as long as you have fish in the tank pooping and eating, they're going to make algae. So there's no point in getting algae eaters. Unless, say, you have plants and there's like some kind of hair algae growing on your beautiful planted tank, which is caused by a little too much excessive light, and the plants probably don't need that much light. So you solve that by cutting back on the light enough, just enough that it doesn't hurt your plant's growth. And maybe you could get like some doctor fish or something, but different fish will like eat different types of algae off of plants. But it's pointless to buy algae eaters, because they're just going to poop and make more algae. So bottom line, less light, more water changes. I have 0 algae in this room. The only thing I'm getting on my glass is like white and jelly type spots from the discus, and that's because they're eating frozen brine shrimp and they're pooping and eating like friggin' crazy. So there's like a jelly and spots I'm getting, even though I'm doing crazy amounts of water changes. But there's no algae in this room. It's been running for years, and I've never cleaned the glass on these tanks. That's because I have super clean water with like 0 nitrate in it. And I don't overfeed my fish. So if you know what you're doing, algae's never a concern. If you're getting algae, it just lets you know that you're feeding too much. What's up, Shay? What's up, Kisses? What's up, Elites? How's everyone this evening? You want a saltwater aquarium as well? Yeah, they're beautiful. So are the fish are beautiful. And the anemones and the corals and the frag, all the stuff you can get. But you can put thousands of dollars into a small saltwater tank. And then if you screw up, you lose it. I'd suggest getting good at freshwater and then trying salt, but they say salt's not that hard either. Like with a small tank. But I never recommend anyone to get small tanks because the smaller the tank, the harder it is to control the water parameters. Like the hardest tank to keep is the nano tank, like the 5 gallon or something like that. They're like so hard to keep. So like you want a 40-gallon tank right off the bat. A 40-gallon breeder is what they call them. And it's a great tank. It's like $200 here, but it's probably like you can get $1 a gallon sales in the States. So like you like $40-50 for a tank that costs, I don't know, $225 here. Shark. It's crazy because now these fish are used to me, eh? Like it took a little bit. But now that they're used to me, they hang out wherever my body is. So they're like sitting right in front of me. And they'll just follow me. Come on, guys, let's go for a walk. Just walking my fish here. Oh, that's it. Prefer to go this way. I'll chase my fingers around. Pretty funny. They're pretty funny once they get used to it. I didn't get a haircut yet. I should do that this week. Yeah, I'm their food bank. It's like the dog. The dog doesn't care about me. Only wants the food. It's the only reason why it's loyal and hangs around. And it knows that I got cheese and milk and eggs and meat. That's why it's around here. If I ignore it, like the other day, like it knew that I wasn't paying attention. It knew I was frustrated. I'm like going around the tanks, and it snuck off, and it went back into the swamp and came back muddy as anything and stinking. And then I'm like working away, and I'm like, what the hell is that smell? And then I'm like, it smells like a dirty, rotten dog covered in swamp. And I like looked, and the dog's like, it's just covered in mud. It's like, oh my God. Why? You little sneak. Just like women? Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that, but maybe bad ones. They're not all bad, you know that, eh? Yeah, and if a woman's at home and she's looking after the house, then it's exactly what you should do anyways, is provide, right? So go hunt, get the meat, go collect the firewood, bring it home, keep the home warm. Women only care about the size of your maybe some. I mean, you're talking about wallet or your wallet or your wiener. So maybe, I don't know, maybe not though. Maybe they care about your personality. They just want to feel safe. That's the main thing. They want to feel safe. So don't yell. It's pretty easy. You can be an asshole all the time. Just don't yell. Don't yell. Don't cheat. And you can be poor as hell and they'll stick with you if they're good. As long as you got them fed. I don't know, some are bad. I mean, they want the best car, they want the best wedding ring, they want the best house in the neighborhood. You don't marry them, it's simple. If they don't take the gumball the engagement ring from a gumball machine first, don't get them a good ring. Simple. If they come to you and they say, I'd take any ring, then marry them. If they say, oh no, I only want a $45,000 ring, or I don't not interested to get married, don't get married to them. It's simple. It's a good hint. I don't know, if you screw up at work and lose your job and they dump you, probably don't marry them. Because you're going to lose jobs in life. You're going to lose a lot of stuff. You could lose everything. The best men in the world often lose everything lots of times. Right? So if they can't hack the hard times, you know, yeah, they'd be in trouble. Yeah, none of the guys are here right now. So, you'll be in for it, dude. Like, usually the biggest winners are the guys who take risks. And like, if the woman doesn't trust you enough to take the risk, maybe you're just foolish and she has good reason to hate you. But, you know, most guys that are going to make it big anyways, if that's what you want to do, you're going to have to take big risks. And you're going to lose sometimes. And if every time you lose, the girlfriend leaves you, don't chase her. Because it's going to take you a couple times to win big. So, oh, I need that bug zapper. Well, I wasn't always like this, you know. But we all learn. Like, eventually it clicks, right? Like, you figure it, kind of look at things and you figure it out. Maybe the first, you know, when you're young, it's not like that. Young men are kind of stupid, right? So, I don't know, I was stupid as hell, so I can give you advice. Because I know what not to do in the future, so. Oh yeah, evil. I want to go on a full war rampage against mosquitoes worldwide. Total annihilation, at least like try for 1 year or something to eliminate them. I mean, I've, like, when it comes to this stuff, I've lost badly. And I've screwed up badly in relationships. So, but eventually you'll learn. I don't think guys really mature until they're 40 anyways. My dad used to tell my sister all the time, well, you're not even human until you're 35. She was always like, as a kid, she was always like, what's he talking about? I'm a human. And it's like, you don't even have a brain until you're 35. Like, guys more so than girls. Like, cause guys just are a little slower to pick up on things. Girls mature faster. I say it all the time. Girls mature faster than males do. It's part of nature. The fish do it. In the wild, they do it. It's how women have learned to survive and adapt for thousands of years. So the woman has to get smart and survive early. Where the boys, they can kind of just be dumb and fight about and brag and pretend they know what they're talking about. Until they actually, they fake it till they make it. Yeah. Yeah, they mature fast to reproduce, really. And also, like, when women have their first child, that's it. Like, some girls can just be absolutely freaking nuts. Like, you do not want a relationship with them. And then they have a child, and it just snaps. They're like complete opposite. No more bad stuff, no more funny business, no more drinking, no more cheating, no more nothing. They just it just clicks with them. Not all of them, but the majority, even the bad ones, become like pretty decent after they have a kid because they mature. I don't know if anyone here disagrees with me. You can all tell me to F off or disagree. I appreciate any criticism or constructive criticism. So maybe he ran away by now. Where'd you go, Feezy? Did you go? Women aren't. Yeah. They have their own kind of pressures, though, like unrealistic pressures that they have to go along with. If anyone disagrees with me, then ban them. No, that's not how you learn. Like, I didn't get smart by I got smart by being able to listen to other people's points of view. Not saying I'm smart yet, but I'm almost there. Yeah, the whole not being liked and accepted. Yeah, that's why that's why they're always people pleasing and they're always around a big crowd and don't like to be alone. It's like the other night's subject that came up about learning to be alone with yourself and loving yourself and accepting yourself. And once you can be alone in a room with no music, no distractions, no hockey, no beer, no drugs, no nothing, and you can love yourself and appreciate your own company, only then can you bring proper love to the table for a proper traditional relationship. That's my point of view. When did I get smart? Like, I don't know, like, I've been single for 7 years now. And it was about a year, two into that when I started to get smart. After I suffered terribly. But if you can't live with yourself, you cannot live with other people. Like, and you can't love someone else or even know what love is until you truly respect yourself. And once you learn to respect yourself, then obviously your standards go up. And the crap that you'll tolerate will, like, you won't tolerate it, and you will command respect. And I think once you start to command respect, then a good woman is gonna feel safe with that. And the skanks are gonna flee because they know that you're too smart and you're gonna call bullshit on them every time. And you're not going to put up with it. And it's not like, oh, I'm not going to put up with this, I'm going to punch you out or scream at you. It's like, I'm not going to put up with it, you're not going to be in my life. It's simple. And they know that, so they don't play around. They might test your boundaries a bit, but they'll only do it so much, and then they won't do it again. Because they know you're dead serious. You're not to be fucked with. And they won't. And that's what they really want. They like to push the boundaries. They like to see what they can get away with. But they really, if they can get away with a lot with you, they don't really want you. So, like, you'll be there for a good time, but not a long time. How do you know when you can sit in a room with yourself? I don't know. Maybe you should know that. I guess it's different for everybody. But it's like, I'm alone right now. I'd rather not be, but I'm not sitting here fretting. Like, not to the point where I'm like gonna go start drinking, or I'm gonna turn to drugs, or I'm gonna like turn to something stupid, right? So like, I'm alone, but I'm not totally bugging out, right? But most guys are gonna crash right out. And that's why they don't get, like, they often don't get divorced, because then they'll let their girlfriends cheat on them all the time. And they won't leave them. They'll just stay with them like sad little puppy dogs. Because they can't be alone. And if you're that type of person, you're never gonna command respect from any woman. So she's always gonna cheat on you. And if she does stay with you, it's only because it's comfortable there, because, you know, maybe you are providing something. But obviously you're not providing enough. Oh, I'd be done. There's no second chances around here. If it's your wife, hell no. No, under no condition. Like, no way, man. You're not. You shouldn't. You should have like figured that out before you got married. Doesn't matter. No, doesn't matter. The whole staying together for the kids thing is actual bullshit. Because the kids grow up, find out anyways that you resented the other parent. They're gonna grow up and pick one side or the other anyways. And they're gonna hate you for being in a relationship where you yelled all the time, you didn't love each other, you didn't show each other affection. All you do is teach the kids a bad way to live anyways. Because like I seen my parents and I seen it today, like my dad said, oh, like mom's going into the home tomorrow. And he's like, I can't drive anywhere now because everywhere I drove, I went everywhere with her. And it's like, oh, I said, you sound like me when I was a teenager or whatever. With my first love and going without that. And like, oh, I can't go here because it reminds me of her. And he's like, well, I loved her. And it's like, so I grew up in a family where my dad showed my mom love. And I know what love looks like. Right? But like if you're in a house where the parents don't love each other, so they're not affectionate, they don't show that love, they argue, they're in separate places, they do separate things, it screws the kids up equally or more. Because like, I don't want to say it because maybe someone, a relative's watching or something, but like other people in the family, I've seen this, and like maybe I'll say it, my cousins, it's like it wasn't good for them and they know it. And like they're worse off now today as angry adults. Because at the same time, I've seen other families who have step parents, and those kids love the step parent mother more than they do their own mother, because their own mother was a douchebag. And so, like, I think no matter what, if you don't get it right when you have like before, you gotta want to make sure that you're equally yoked before you have kids. You want to make sure that you're doing it for the right reason. That it's like, it's not just for money, or it's not just because it was a mistake. Because mistakes turn into more mistakes that turn into more mistakes. So it's like this happens when like. Because obviously no one wants to abort a kid or anything like that. So people are living in sin or whatever. They're being loose and they get caught out. And so they settle because of the child, for the child. And then the whole relationship is built around for the child. And then they fight over the child and because of the child. And then the child sits there their whole life with this shit going on in their head, and they're not stupid. And eventually they're going to figure it out and be pissed anyways. So it's like, but this happens in life, and I'm not blaming anyone because like every life is different. But in general, if you're a young guy like you, Delixer, you want to not knock some girl up that you met at a bar. Right? Like, you don't want to be desperate and accidentally do that because your whole life could end up shit. It may turn out all right, but it might turn out really bad and it might screw the kid up for life. Anyways, but we're all screwed up somehow, so like no child gets raised perfectly, because there are no perfect parents and there are no perfect conditions, but I mean, the main thing is don't marry someone that's not gonna work. Like, if you have a feeling or whatever, you don't continue with the relationship if it's not healthy. Because that's what people do. That's what I'm talking about, is don't stay with people when you know it's bad, and you stay with them anyways because you don't want to be alone. And then the next thing, you have a kid and you're like married with, or live in common law with some girl or guy that you hate and resent, or maybe you love them but you resent them and you only love them because you have a kid with them. That's bullshit, man. Like, it's not, you don't want to do that if you don't have to do it. If it happens, be a man. But if you have a choice, don't go down that road. You'll only marry a Greek lady. If they're not, you know what? You're gonna end up marrying a Turkish woman. That's what'll happen to you, Delixer. Yeah, well, that's statistics, obviously. It's because the traditional women are more traditional and nurturing. I mean, Philip, your best girls you're gonna get are Philip. Like, if you get a good one, the best ones are gonna be Filipino or something like that, because they are great mothers. They're great at keeping a family pulled together. They believe in a traditional relationship. So, like, this is the thing. A lot of Eastern European women, Asian women are gonna know how to do that because they've seen that. They had communities where everyone survived terribly, maybe, in terrible conditions. And they had love, and they had family, and they had songs to sing and food to cook. And so that might be why. In the West, we're a little crazy and we're a little spoiled here, right? So, and our values are kind of been replaced with greed and different stuff, so. Turkish women are Greek. Same with Italians. Delixer's in his early 20s. So he says. Yeah. We know the way Delixer talks, right? So we know what, like, the Greek woman's gonna smash a plate over his head enough times before he learns. Delixer almost got a plate smashed over his head here yesterday, and she wasn't Greek. Not if you pay them not to. Oh, you're gonna get slapped, Delixer. I'm telling you. A good Greek woman doesn't care about your money. And I know Greek women are good women, but, like, they'll scream at you, man. You'll be in for it. No, they won't. Oh, okay. There's nothing worse than a woman scoring. You know, there's a difference between talking back and like telling you the truth, right? Like a good woman, just like a good man, isn't afraid to correct his partner when they're wrong. So I think she'd correct you with a frying pan off the head. Oh, come on. I get it, but like, good luck, man. I'll marry one that has a lower IQ. You're cruising, man. You're gonna get smacked by one of these mods. If it wasn't Freezy, now you're cruising for the bruising, dude. God. I can never tell if he's being dead serious or he's like just trying to get a rise out of everyone because he's a good troll. I think he's over there giggling his ass off, probably. You're a smart ass, Elixir. You're a man that's afraid of a woman who's smarter than him. Yeah, he wants a maid and a slave. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna giggle about the Elixir here for a minute. Dog. This is how Delixir fishes for women. He ain't got no bait or no hook. Damn, my dude, you are one funny bastard, I must say. You have brought a lot of laughs, and I appreciate it. Yeah, a man is absolutely helpless without a good woman behind him. Like, not helpless, but like, he's not complete, and he can't chase his dreams without it. Like, there's no way. I mean, he can, but he'll end up propping himself up with like girls that he has to pay for, like lawyers do. They don't trust anyone, so they drink a lot and they sleep with hookers that lie to them, and they pay them to say whatever they want, right? But like that leaves you empty and worn out and used up and probably disease ridden. But that's how the high achieving Sigma males that are like forever single, they all burn out. And they die empty and angry and bitter old men. And I know lots of them. But I mean, it's when you have a good woman, and you just like, girls know this too, like, it's a funny subject, but when a guy's done having sex and he's laying there, he can have like, boom, something clicks, and he like jumps out of bed and he wants to like go and do something. That's when he has like all of his power. He's looked after at home. He has all his power. His creativity goes through the roof after that. And like, that's the problem with society right now, is relationships are shit. There's more guys single than ever. And so like, guys are going soft, and they're just like going to a 9-to-5 job, like drones, and day in and day out, and they're miserable. And it's creating a weak society, right? And that's why, because it's in those times when guys get the most creative and power and energy. It's because of a woman. And if he wants to continue that, he'll like look after the woman and he'll go chase his dreams. You still with us, Delixir? Did you run off to the other live stream? You guys think I can catch anything in here? Yeah, you might have scared him away. I know where he went. I know where he went, Alexei. Yeah, I'm gonna try and catch some fish in the aquarium. Elixir's the biggest smart ass in the world, but I can guarantee by talking to him enough that he's got a really good mother. Like he knows, he says a lot of stuff, but he damn well knows better. Great. Great. Oh. Damn, that's nasty. Feeding this brine shrimp is gross because, like, damn, the filter stinks. I'm not used to it. It will hurt the fish. Yeah, I won't do it. Not with a hook. Ugh. Oh, man. Oh. not used to that. I'm not used to that. Oh, I forgot. That water's in the filter stinks like an actual dead fish because of the frickin' shrimp I feed them. Ugh. Damn. I love that. I do. No, I love that. Try and get these things onto like regular dry food if I can. It's probably not as good for them, but damn. The amount of mess from this shrimp that I'm feeding them on the glass, as well as the filter stinking and plugging up. Ugh. Sakes. Had you worried? I joke about when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna put some goldfish in my toilet and I'm gonna sit there in a chair in front of my toilet all night on live stream and fish for the goldfish. And see how many people stop and say, what the hell is this guy doing in his bathroom? What's he fishing for out of his toilet? any of the plecos, I never have to do this. I never have to clean the glass. Yeah, maybe I can get 1,000 subscribers and then go live and get 1,000 people wondering what the hell I'm doing. But even if I get subscribers that night, they probably won't like my channel, so they might be like a bunch of bad subscribers. It's better to grow a channel slowly and have subscribers who actually watch your videos. Because having like a bunch of subscribers that don't watch your videos actually trash your channel and your channel ends up failing. That's the problem with having viral videos. They're not really good for a channel. They can be, but it often causes a lot of problems having a viral video. Plus, every video after you have a viral video, you're always trying to chase another viral video. And it ends up breaking your spirit. Screws you up like a bad drug or something. Come on. Damn it. This is the only problem when hang-on back filters stop. might be a too drastic of a temperature change in the water. I'm not gonna like this. It could make them sick by doing it, but you have no choice. I had to do this once before. tank's getting super, super clean today. This fish room's a huge, big undertaking, really. I hope I can get you guys to comment under the discus shorts because they're a huge amount of work. And I pretty well did it so that people could have something to see because the Pleco tanks are kind of bare. And like, I'm gonna try and get a couple nice tanks put together so that there's like something nice to look at. But like, the amount of energy and resources it takes for these fish is absolutely insane. They have tripled my workload, like absolutely tripled it. But they are gonna be pretty, so. You're a funny moderator. Wake up, folks. Did you fall asleep? Like a drill sergeant. Get everybody up and out of bed. Unless I'm right in front of the camera, it's pretty hard to get people to stay active. Generally. And fish channels are really hard to get going. And they take the most work out of, like, they take work. So much work that there's no time to, like, no time to edit on my own and such. But that's crystal clear water. They like that. These fish like that. Super perfect water. Lots of oxygen. Yeah, they want bullshit, man. They want brain rot and like weird shit and like disrespectful stuff, and they don't want anything healthy, unfortunately. But fish channels are good for people who want to learn something and want therapy, and they might end up getting into keeping fish themselves, and then they'll realize how beneficial it becomes to their life and how good a therapy it actually is, and how much patience and, you know, all sorts of stuff you learn from fish keeping. And it's a healthy hobby. Like, if there's a girl that wants to complain about my hobby, it's like, all right, well, you know, let me go to the bar and get drunk and make a bunch of stupid decisions and see how you like that hobby, right? Or spending all night drunk in the garage with a couple losers from down the road, like a lot of guys do. So it's a good hobby to have, and like, people should be, like, anybody who gets into the hobby, I think their spouses should respect it. Yeah, you got to find your tribe, right? It's about finding your people. Not everybody's going to like me. I'm going to say stuff that a lot of people aren't going to agree with or like in the modern world. And, you know, some people won't like my voice. Some people won't like my attitude. Some people won't like my looks. But that's normal. Like, you find your people who do like your voice, your looks, your attitude. And even if they don't like it all the time, they still might always be around, you know, so when they can, anyways. But it's better to have a slow growth channel, just stick at it and let it grow naturally, than to try and force something. The longer I do it, the more experience I'll get talking to the camera, the more videos I'll be comfortable making. The more I play around with editing, the more I'll learn. And then maybe I can get help with it one day and do even better. And help YouTube help my hobby and help my hobby become something, maybe, so we'll see. I have very little expectations, so whatever happens, happens. Should test this water as well. Looks like shit. Bro, do I need assistance like in real life? Yeah. Badly. This one. That's this one. Please don't be bad. Please don't be bad. Got a pH of 6.8. Ooh, jeez. They'll maybe like that. That's a little lower than normal, but maybe that'll be the new normal. That would be the desired. About 40 alkalinity. That's about right. Low pH, good alkalinity, not tubbed right out to nothing. No nitrate. Huh. Might be all right. Perfect. It's perfect water. I don't know if you guys can see. It's pretty well right here, which is perfect. You promise you'll not eat any fish? Alright. Alright. You can eat fish, just not from this room. I think that's a start. It's a start in the right direction. If my friend, my moderator Joanne was here, she would run you through the whole questionnaire of the selection process. She would ask you your age, she'd ask you your belief. She'd ask you a whole bunch of questions. You'd have to pass the questionnaire. You like fish, do you, or what? You want to be a fish assistant? Is that the kind of assistant you want to be? Chronicle, what's going on? What are you up to? I'm just waiting for this tank to water to clear up with the hang-on back filter running full speed, and I gotta turn it down because it's too much for the species of fish. Discus don't like current, really. They don't mind it, but they have to have a place to get out of it. And the water's cool, so I got an extra heater in there on full bore, and if I left, I'd probably fry those fish. I'd fry them and I'd have them in too much current, so they'd definitely not be making it till morning. So I have to remember not to leave that heater on and turn that hang-on back filter down to stop the current. Or I'd quit right now. Go eat a salad and call it a day. I can smell the water and tell exactly what's going on with the water chemistry. It's crazy. You get so used to like what good water smells like. If it smells like fish, it's no good. If it smells like a lake, it's no good. Sometimes it can smell earthy and sweet. That's good. It's probably because you got like wood in the tank or something. And it can smell like this, super clean with a little bit of sweetness to it, which means it's perfect water. No one in the U.S. will touch lettuce right now. Why? Because of some kind of bacteria on it, or it's killing people or something? I'm gonna tag that. Or I'm gonna pin that comment. Thank you. It's easy to forget things in here. There's so many different things that like I'm trying to keep track of all the time and do. And every tank's a little different. Every species has different requirement. It would be better in a way if I just treated everything the same. But I try and tailor the water to each tank to every species, which is insane, but I mean, it's definitely optimal for their health. What is it? That doesn't sound like E. coli or anything. What is that? What is that from? A spray or human shit? Human poop? That's how they ruin lakes around here with that crap, spreading it on farmers' fields. Ugh. That's like tilapia. They feed tilapia human shit in certain countries. That's why you don't want to buy tilapia. And bananas. Like, you got to be careful where you get your bananas from because they dump human shit up and down the rows of banana trees. This is all gross, man. But lettuce, it's so close to the ground, you can't do that. Every time it rains or you sprinkle, like, because a lettuce farm's got sprinklers going, irrigation all the time, so that when the water hits the ground, it splashes up onto the leaf. So there's no way to get it to just dilute into the ground, because I don't think the ground can uptake that crap as fast as we need it to decompose. So it's getting sprayed back up on the leaf. It's going up into the system of the veins, through the roots and up into the veins, and ugh. Wow, they poop in the fields while they work. Yeah, maybe that too, but it's ugh, man. This frickin' world, man. If they just go back to, like, maybe there's too many people. That's why they'll do a big great war and they'll do a calling before long soon. And then everyone can go back to small farms, and I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen though. This wasn't a problem when we had small farms and we spread normal cow shit on the land. And now it's like, oh no, cow shit on the land is bad. Let's spray fertilizers that are made from, like, DuPont, that are like oil-based petroleum products. That'll be genius, you know? And ruin all the land, and then the land's ruined, and then we'll get paid big bucks to deliver a bunch of people's septic waste on our vegetables. And man, they're trying to keep too big of farms, trying to keep up with so many people, right? But, and then, like, Bill Gates and all these other so-called philanthropists, they want to own everything, control everything, and mass produce everything. And it's all garbage. Sick. Bastards, man. Yeah, that's where you want to get it. You want to get it off the Amish and Mennonites, and get it off the local farmers. And then if there's a problem, you have their address. You have their address and their card. You buy their garlic, their honey, their produce. And if something goes wrong, you go right to their door. And you sort it out. Fake chicken. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Oh, they want to put us on that 3D printed food, right? And then everyone's like, oh, I want to go off grid and do my own thing. And then now they're just going to kick you off your land, right, if you do that. And make you move to a smart city, a 15-minute city. Force everyone out of the countryside, everyone out of the bush, and into a smart city with an electric car that you're only allowed to drive 15 minutes in. And you have to buy their 3D printed meat and pay the frickin' their hydro bill. Oh, man. Oh well. Organic, yeah. Or the best they can do it. Yeah, buy local, support your neighbors. Support a hard-working farmer, man. Don't give these chain stores anything if you don't have to. Boycott the bastards. They can only poison you so many times, you know, before you just gotta boycott the bastards and fight to support your local produce. Doesn't always cost anymore either. Like, a lot of times you can get bulk from farmers too because it's just gonna go to waste. You just tell them, listen, I got a family. We don't have like tons of money to throw away. We believe in this lifestyle. Do you have any produce you can sell me for a reasonable price? You wouldn't believe what they'll give you. So, ain't no corporation gonna do that for you. But these guys will feed your family, I'll tell you that. They'll make sure your family's fed for a reasonable price. Oh hell, they'd love to screw us over for talking like this, wouldn't they? Oh yeah, that is the problem because like hay's crazy. Right now here they want they want, last time I looked, up to $14 a small square bale. It's like, and straw that like Miller, the roads, the people who maintain the roads, they go around to all the farmers now and buy all the small square bales for construction jobs. So they put it up from like $1.50, $2 a bale for wheat straw, all the way up to $8, and that was like 7 years ago. So it's more than that now, and they buy it up everywhere, and nobody like does small squares anymore. So it's put the price right through the roof on it to get a few bales. And the hay's gone through the roof. And the feed is crazy. To like feed a hog now, it's expensive. Like, you got like these hogs, really, like if you're feeding them properly at a small homestead, these hogs are worth a fortune. The meat is amazing or whatever, right? And so is the beef, but the price of it is crazy. Yeah. You got to find a local who you can work with. So it takes a bit of shopping around. It takes a little bit of get rid of your pride and tell the farmer your situation, and hell, even throw in a hand now and again at the farm. Oh, road trip on the Polar Bear Express. Yeah, thank you. Once I'm monetized, I will. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chilling. Giving some subject matter. I'm going to call it quits here in a few minutes. Oh man, I pray this male super white pleco in here doesn't eat his eggs tonight. I'll be just sick if he does. Oh man. I got eggs hatching over here too I should be dealing with. That guy hatched but died. Hard to see. He's over at Mary's channel, or he's in bed by now. Okay, take care. Yeah, I'm about to end it. I gotta do something over here with these eggs and then I'm done. Well, the reception's probably gonna get bad anyways. Thanks for being here. They're hatching. They need some assistance. There's lots swimming. No, it's not. That one is. That one is. Most of them are all going now. I just broke the clutch up, popped the skins off them, the membrane that's on them. Looks like there's 20 of them going. Three of them that didn't make it, 20 of them that are going. I don't know how viable or good they're going to be. I don't know if you can even see them. Probably going to lose reception anyways. I don't know if I even got reception, but it's like I don't know how I feel about this batch because I don't have enough tannins in the water and I haven't used anything to treat them, and they should be treated yesterday. And I have had success treating them just after hatch, like right now before. So they're pretty fragile to treat, but they don't look the most vivacious, but I'm gonna put them in this floater. I don't know if I killed that one or helped it. You never know. You can see them in there. Sometimes when I come over here, it gets really blurry anyways, the reception. But they're just eggs. They're just hatching, but they're not really flying around a lot. They're moving, but not going. So, I don't know, we'll see. Some of them are giving her around. I'll put the air right in with them. I'll put some leaves in there with them. And these leaves I got, they're not putting off any tannins. They're junk leaves I bought at the pet store. That's why I always use oak leaves from my neighbor's tree. But I'm out. And I'm a couple months away from getting more. But we'll put them in there and see what happens. Yeah, there's 20 something. 20 probably. That'll live maybe for a while. I don't have a good feeling about this batch. I wish I had left them right in the water. And I also did a big water change. And I shouldn't have. Because the electrical conductivity in the water changes when you do a water change. They breed when the electric conductivity is low, and the eggs hatch well, and they know that when they breed. But then when you add fresh water, you change that conductivity, and it's not always good. And so there's a good chance that I screwed them up early with the water change. And they don't like light. When they're at that size, they don't like light at all. Like done, thanks. Hello, how are you? Breakfast? No, but I'd like some. What are you making? What are you making me for breakfast today? The fish are my pets, you know? It's morning over there. I guess it's 1 a.m. here. Just about 1 a.m. And they're eating out of my hand tonight. Oh, 10:20 a.m. Feel some of the little bites. Ready to go, doggo? Will you marry me? I don't know how that's a typo. I don't know. All right, guys, I'm heading out for the night. Everyone take care. Many blessings. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks for smashing the likes. Thanks for hanging out and chilling. I appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll see you tomorrow. I'm hitting X.